Shabbat Shalom, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yahuwah, our Elohim, and welcome to our Shabbat Bible study. I hope everybody's had a great week, and now we're ready for Shabbat. The sun just went down, and it is time to rest, time to study Yah's Word, time to pray and meditate on His Word, time to teach and help people in need. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Praise Yahuwah. Praise Yahuwah, our Elohim, for His guidance, His love, and His Word. Praise Yahuwah. All right, gang. Go ahead and grab your Bibles. You need to read along with me. Grab something to drink. I know it's warm. It's real warm. 103 degrees today. Yeah. So, go ahead and get ready. Get comfortable. And we'll get going tonight, okay? So easy to get dehydrated. Just going out to tend to the chickens and such, it's real easy to get dehydrated. Just doing all that stuff, tending to the garden, and yeah. Whew. Alright, gang. Tonight we continue our study in BERESHITH. We'll be doing chapters 7, 8, and 9. So grab your Bibles, and we'll get started. Okay? Alright. Give you a second, okay? You ready? Okay, if you're not ready, just go ahead and pause the video and we'll be right here waiting for you. Okay? Alright. BERESHITH, which is Genesis, chapter 7. And Yahweh said to Noah, "Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. Of all the clean beasts take with you 7 pairs, a male and his female, and of the beasts that are unclean, 2, a male and his female. And the birds of the heavens 7 pairs, male and female, to keep offspring alive on the face of the earth. For after 7 more days I am sending rain on the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and shall wipe from the face of the earth all that stand that I created." And Noah did according to all that Yahuwah commanded him. Now Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Of the clean beasts and of the beasts that are unclean, and of birds, and of all that creep on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as Elohim had commanded Noah. And it came to be after 7 days that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd new moon, the 17th day of the new moon, on that day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of the heavens were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, went into the ark. They and every life form after its kind, and every beast after its kind, and every creeping creature that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2, of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. And those going in, male and female of all flesh, went in as Elohim had commanded him, and Yahuwah shut them in. And the flood was on the earth 40 days, and the waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth, and the waters were mighty and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters were exceedingly mighty on the earth, and all the high mountains under all the heavens were covered. The waters became mighty, 15 cubits upward, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died, the creeping creature on the earth, the birds and cattle and beasts and every swarming creature that swarms on the earth, and all mankind. All in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life, all that was on the dry land died. So he wiped off all that stand, which were on the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creature, and birds of the heavens, and they were wiped off from the earth, and only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. And the waters were mighty on the earth 150 days. Chapter 8. And all Elohim remembered Noah, and all the beasts and all the cattle that were with him in the ark. And all Elohim made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. And the fountains of the deep and the windows of the heavens were stopped, and the rain from the heavens was withheld. And the waters receded steadily from the earth, and at the end of the 150 days the waters diminished. And in the 7th new moon, the 17th day of the new moon, the ark rested on the mountain of Ararat. And the waters decreased steadily until the 10th new moon. In the 10th new moon, on the first day of the new moon, the tops of the mountains became visible. And it came to be, at the end of 40 days, that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent out a raven, which kept going out and turning back until the waters had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove from him to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for its feet, and returned into the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of all the earth. So he put out his hand and took it, and pulled it into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. And the dove came to him in the evening, and see, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in its mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. And he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return to him again. And it came to be in the 601st year, in the 1st month, in the 1st day of the new moon, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and saw the surface of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd new moon, on the 27th day of the new moon, the earth was dry. And Elohim spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every life form of all flesh that is with you, of birds, of cattle, and all creeping creatures, the creeping creatures on the earth, and let them teem on the earth, and bear, and increase on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. Every beast, every creeping creature, and every bird, whatever creeps on the earth, according to their kinds, went out of the ark. And Noah built a slaughter place to Yahweh, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean bird, and offered ascending offerings on the slaughter place. And Yahweh smelled a soothing fragrance, and Yahweh said in his heart, Never again shall I curse the ground because of man. Although the inclination of man's heart is evil from his youth, and never again strike all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth remains seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. Chapter 9. And Elohim blessed Noah and his sons, and said to them, Be fruitful and increase, and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you is on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the heavens, on all that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they have been given. Every creeping creature that lives is food for you. I have given you all as I gave the green plants. But do not eat flesh with its life, its blood. But only your blood for your lives I require. From the hand of every beast I require it, and from the hand of man, from the hand of every man's brother, I require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood is shed. For in the image of Elohim has he made man. As for you, be fruitful and increase, bring forth teemingly in the earth, and increase in it. And Elohim spoke to Noah, and to his sons with him, saying, And see, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living being that is with you, of the birds, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and never again is all flesh cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again is there a flood to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, This is a sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living being that is with you, for all generations to come. I shall set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And it shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I shall remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living being of all flesh, and never again let the waters become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I shall see it, to remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living being of all flesh that is on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and all the earth was overspread for them. And Noah, a man of the soil, began and planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunk, and become uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. But their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, Cursed is Canaan, let him become a servant of servants to his brothers. And he said, Blessed be Yahweh, the Elohim of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. Let Elohim enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. And that's the end of chapter 9. Take note of some things here, gang. First of all, verse 13 of chapter 8. Look closely at the date in which this happened. And it came to be in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the new moon, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked and saw the surface of the ground was dry. All right, take note of that. Take note of the first month, the first day of the new moon. Okay? Because 14 days after the first day of the first month, the new moon, is Pesach. Keep that in mind, because as we travel through the Bible, you can see that Pesach is very, very important. Okay, a lot of things happen on Pesach. That's the first thing that happened. Second thing that I want you to take a look at is the covenant in which Yahuwah made with Noah. It's not the Noahide laws. The Noahide laws are of man. This is not a covenant that was made between Yahuwah and Noah. This is made up. It's false doctrine, and don't believe it. As you can see, the Noahide laws are not the covenant that Yahuwah made with Noah. Third thing I want to point out is the nakedness of his father. Read that, study that, and understand that. Because the nakedness of his father has to do with the fact, when you translate that, it means that Ham raped his mother. Okay? Need to study on that. You need to look into it, because it's very vague according to what it says here. But when you break down the translation, that is why Noah cursed Canaan. Okay? It wasn't because he got drunk, fell down, and was naked. It's because Ham raped his mother. Alright? But I'm going to leave that to you to research and to figure it out yourself, because these are important things that we need to know. Don't believe me. I'm a man. I'm fallible. Look up yourself. Pay attention to the details as I read, okay? Because there is a lot of details there that people just skip over. And it's really important that you pay attention and understand what's going on there, okay? All right, I just thought that I'd point those things out, because those are really important things that are going on in those 3 chapters. All right? Man's trying to confuse Yah's word. We can't let him do that. These Noahide laws are corrupt. This is something that the New World Order is making up. It's all part of the beast system. Don't believe it. Don't fall for it. Don't go for it. All right? Look it up yourself. We just read it. Okay? All right, gang. Praise Yahweh for bringing us together to read His Word. Praise Yahweh for everything that you have in your life. Praise Yahweh for loving us. Praise Yahweh for tolerating us, being long-suffering. Because, I don't know about you, but He has been extremely long-suffering with me. And I am so thankful that He is. Because without that, we would have been crushed a long time ago. Alright, gang, that's all I got. Y'all enjoy your Shabbat. Enjoy the peace of Yah's day of rest and teach your children so that they understand. Okay? Okay. Y'all have a great Shabbat, and we will see you on Yom Reveal on 4th day. Okay? For our next study. All right, gang. Yah bless each and every one of you that are seeking His wisdom and knowledge. And we'll see you when we see you. Shabbat Shalom.